I'm Travis Kelce. I come to you. I'm like, hey, I'm about to get married to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Should I make her sign a prenup? And let me guess, you're going to say that'd be better advice for Taylor.
Actually, it's good advice for Travis. His estate is worth less than half of hers, and it's a good idea for him to negotiate an exit plan while she is in love with him. So, yeah, I actually think when you're talking about assets that you both have accumulated and you've got the disparity in your assets, it's a really good idea at the outset before you say I do to figure it all out.
Man, I saw a wild prenup story. I think I even had to bring you on to talk about it, and this was like 6 months ago, where some fella was picking up a second wife because he was done with the old starter model, and he made her sign a prenup that says, for every kid that you give me, you get $100,000 should we get a divorce or something crazy like that. Or maybe it was $1 million, but it was like a lump sum. And they had built all these incentives into the prenup. Now, I've seen incentives built into like a trust, but the incentive structure was something that was new to me. What would you recommend Taylor or Travis put in for incentives?
I mean, a common one, of course, is the D incentive. If there's like an affair or something, then you would lose whatever goodies you're going to get under the prenup.
Oh, what does that look like? It's like if you cheat on me, you get nothing. Is that?
Yeah. It's like the bad facts clause, Yeah. So but there are other provisions. You have to be careful in that, and I think for two reasons. One, because some of these things are just not going to be legally enforceable. I've had people who wanted to write, what their marital intimacy schedule is going to look like and how you're going to be penalized if you don't comply.
Whoa, you can do that? You can do that?
No, you can't. I'm telling you, you can't do that.
Who are these heroes? Okay, I'm sorry. I got excited.
Or, like if you put on so much weight, then you're going to blow up the deal. So those are not good provisions to be having.
We've seen that one
marriage.
too. We've seen that one too. Did I talk to you about the weight guy?
I don't know. Maybe.
There
I hope you weren't talking to somebody else, James.
Well, maybe I divorced my divorce attorney. No, but no, I remember the weight guy story too, because if they took the weight she was when they got married, and if she put on 20 pounds, she would lose like X amount of dollars in the act of a divorce. And you won't believe this, they actually did get a divorce, and that got upheld in court. Yeah, I thought those kids were gonna make it, but so you can or can't write that in there.
Well, I mean, like you can put whatever you want into an agreement between the two of you. It's just the question is what's going to be enforceable, what will be held up in court. And the court's not going to enforce anything that's against public policy. So it would come down to a question of whether this is against public policy.
Can you say if we get divorced, you're not allowed to write an entire album of songs about it?
That would probably be a good thing for him to put in there if he, yeah. But also, why would she agree to that? Because that is her breakups make up the basis.
Because she loves him so much. Because they're not going to get divorced. That's never going to be enforceable because we're never going to get divorced. You don't have to worry about me writing an album called The Divorce.
Right. Well, but here's the thing, too, that's important for people to know is that a prenup isn't just for divorce. It also will help address things that happen in death, like what rights a spouse will have to the estate of the other spouse. So I always say, because I'm such the optimist, the great news is that every marriage is going to end at some point, either by death or divorce.
Breakup.
And so, the prenup can really help with that, especially again when you have estates where there's such disparity. So even though they both have a lot of money, right? Her estate is worth more than twice his, according to online records.
Well, she also has the specter of future earnings. She's always going to be getting royalties for all these 6,000 hit songs that she's had. He's only going to be a tight end for a few more months, and his income is going to go to God knows what for the rest of his life. So she's really in the driver's seat on this.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be the stay-at-home dad.
Anything you'd recommend?
I will tell you what I do recommend. And so Travis and Taylor, if you're listening, one of the biggest mistakes people made with regard to premarital agreements is to say, we'll just let the lawyers handle it, right? And then the lawyers go negotiate everything and the parties sign off on it. And when you do that, you're really missing an opportunity to have some really good conversations and to really be the decision maker for your marriage, because this is a relationship that you're hoping is going to last. And we don't want it to end in divorce. And so that's where really good premarital planning can help lay that foundation, especially when you have the disparity in income.
All right, we're talking with Jennifer Hargrave Family Law.